Welcome to Subramani. Uh, Here is an email which I have just received a few hours ago, which says, first of all, I'd like to thank you for the insightful vlogs on YouTube, etc. And I've tried to follow whatever you have been preaching and just wanted your opinion to see whether I'm on track. My wife is 30 and I am 34, and both are chartered accountants working in Bangalore, and we bring in about 2.75 lakhs per month. Now here I want to stop and say, look, there are people who earn 3-4 lakhs a year, a month, right? I'm sure there are people who watching this video who earn 3-4 lakhs a year also. So I'll address some of the questions for the 3 lakh per month guys and some for the 3 lakh per annum guys. But I don't know why the 3 lakh per annum guys think there is nobody who earns 3 lakhs per month, and why the 3 lakhs per month guys also don't realize that there could be somebody who is earning about 30 lakhs per month, right? All kinds of people exist. So this is a person who is earning about 3 lakhs per month. Right now we save 50% of the net salary. We've recently purchased a house, and once the EMI start, our savings will reduce by 50,000 per month, which means their loan looks like a 50 lakh loan. Or maybe it could be more because he's going to repay very aggressively. We forecast to close the loan in the next 5 years. I don't think this makes sense. Don't pay off in 5 years. Take your time. You're still young. You got another 25 years at least ahead of you for working. So there is no reason why you should close the home loan. Continue the home loan because your return on investments could be higher than the rate of borrowing which you have. Yes, if the borrowing rates go up too much, if it goes to 11% back, right now it is 7%, I guess, or sub 7 also. I see no reason why you shouldn't pay back. So that is one thing. And we'll still continue our SIP of 100,000 per month. That's great. We started investing recently, and here is our portfolio. Retirement corpus is about 25 lakhs, which is in mutual funds. I'm assuming it is in equities. I can't see that. I don't know where it is. Provident fund balance is 12 lakhs. An apartment in my hometown for 40 lakhs. Apartment in your hometown is not a great idea unless you get something out of it. If your parents are staying there, I have nothing to say. But otherwise, at least there should be rental income created out of it, or some use has to be done for the asset. An asset which lies unused gets just rots. So hopefully your parents are staying there, but if your parents are not staying there, it should be given on rent. If you can't give it on rent, and if you can't sell it, your parents are not staying, if your parents are not staying and you can't give it on rent, perfectly all right. Give it to some school teacher who can conduct tuitions there. At least he will be cleaning it and keeping it in good condition. That makes sense. Right, no loans except this current housing mortgage. Adequate health insurance worth 25 lakhs for both of us. For parents who live with us, we have covered them in our company policy. That's not a very great idea. Covering them only in the company policy is bad because you're still young. If you change your jobs, let's say you go to Dubai and there is no coverage of parents for medical, you will then struggle. So assuming that when I'm saying you are 34 and your wife is 30, I'm assuming your parents are still under 60 or just about that. So please go and get independent policies for them. You should be paying the premium, but get the policies in their name. They should be able to operate it. Or you could be operating it, that's fine, but get them policies outside the company. I just don't trust corporate India. They could just withdraw the policy exactly when they need it, right? So yes, cover them in your policy. Don't take a floating policy with all of you because the rates will go up because your parents are older. So you could cover your parents in one policy, which could be a floater policy, and you in another policy. And you're not going to have children, so there is no other person to be covered. So do this. Term policy for 1.2 crores. You're saying it is not adequate. I think it is adequate because this 1.2 crore should go in, first of all, it should repay the housing loan. So if your housing loan, take a separate cover. because you're going to repay the housing loan, I think you should take 10-15 years. Take your time, don't repay in 5 years. So take that separately. But apart from that, maybe you take a 2 crore. But remember one thing, you got nobody dependent on you. You have not told me whether your parents are dependent on you. You said they're staying with you. But if your parents are staying with you and your father has adequate pension, which is a family pension, which will get transferred to your mother, then you don't really need to worry too much about them being dependent. And your wife is not dependent on you. She is an independent chartered accountant. Yes, so much money to repay the loans and have surplus of 50 lakhs or something should be good enough, because you already have your investments, etc. And you have said that you're not going to have kids. Of course, if you change your mind about kids, then all my answers go for a toss. We started investing late, so SIP for 100,000. SIP for 100,000 is not a big SIP, right? There are many people doing maybe 5 lakh per month. So don't get into this figure that 8 lakh kar raha hu, bahut zyada hai. So it's not too much. It is what you can do, what you must do. So please keep doing it. And he says, kindly know your thoughts on the above. I've given my thoughts, and it would be great if you make a vlog. I've made it, but I'm not naming you. I've already named Bangalore. So I guess you know whom I'm talking about. Thank you.